All right, guys. Guys, the speaker picks up your voices, so try to keep down, please. Everybody back there? I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Good evening, lady and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's debate on the VP marketing position for CASA. The way we're going to run this is we're going to ask you, our panel of Michael, Scott, and Malin are going to ask questions. I may throw in one or two here and there from the YouTube channel. You'll have 1 minute to answer. You are three, so I'm going to cut it down to 1 minute. Otherwise, 3 questions are done. So you have 1 minute to answer, and if there's any retorts, any questions to each other, you have 30 seconds to answer. So after 30 seconds, I'll raise my hand, so you'll know it's 30 seconds, and when I do this, it means finish your sentence and cut it out. Okay? Do you have any questions before we begin?
Please focus on answering the question, not beating around the question.
Because they call you out on it.
Yeah, we're going to be not so nice on this one. Just please make sure to really focus on what we're asking and respond to that. Thank you.
So we're going to begin by asking you guys who you are. You're going to introduce yourselves, and in 30 seconds, just give us what your platform is. And I will randomly start with Alex. Jay, are you good to go?
Yep. Okay, so I'm Alexandre Gadori. I'm a marketing major and I'm running for VP marketing. I previously studied in advertising management, so I have a good background in like marketing, graphic design, web development. What my platform is, I want to enhance the digital marketing of CASA. I feel like we not have a good enough presence online, and I want to give a better like presence to all the students so they know like that CASA is there for them and they can post their comments on their website.
Thank you very much. Sorry.
Well, my name is Don Cabre. I'm running for president of VP marketing for CASA, and I'm really good with like software, so that's Adobe Creative Suite, Photoshop, After Effects, and so forth. And my platform is I realized that after we make CASA make great events. This is not really actually promoted like inside the school itself. We have the online presence. I want to improve it, but also the on-field presence. Let's say in GMSB in our building ourselves, we don't actually promote this too much, and most students don't know about it. So this is my main focus, online and in school.
Thank you. Artie.
Hi guys, I'm Artie. I have 2 years of experience in CASA as a sub. I've been on VP marketing of CASA Cares. My whole platform is that I found myself in marketing this year, and I'm hoping to help every student find their place in JMSB. I'm hoping to do this by increasing awareness, having an awareness week, strengthening the relationship between CASA and its subs, and having more workshops available to students, such as a design workshop.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here. And from our panel, we're going to start. Mayla looks like she had a question.
Hi guys. So, in your mind, who is CASA JMSB?
Let's start with Artie.
CASA JMSB is a community for students. It's something that you should feel a part of. It's something that you should have. It's something you should be proud to speak of. It's something that you should feel a sense of self and sense of community.
Alex.
So CASA JNSB is the whole student body of the school. Shouldn't be dictating to the students what they should do and where they should go and what they should attend, but should listen to the students and see what they want and what like what the students feel that like what CASA should do. So it shouldn't be like just one association telling the students what they should attend, what they should do, but really like Artie just said, a big community and be like a two-way channel.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
For me, CASA is the face of JMSB itself. They're like the head of the head of the fish. They're the one one who runs JMSB in general, and we're here for the students to help make them a better student life experience. And as the motto is, you focus on community from shopping academics, which are the 3 things that matter most to students. I think CASA is here to make your student life better, and that's why they're here. They're there for.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Scott, let's go with your first question.
So, in your campaign materials, a lot of you focus on who you are as a person rather than the actions you would take in the role of VP marketing. Can you explain very particularly what your platform is that you're standing on, and what are the tangible things you want to see implemented in the marketing department of CASA JMSB?
let's start with Alex.
Okay. So one of the first thing I would like to see is a good newsletter from the CASA JMSB. I don't know if there's one right now. I tried to subscribe to it and I never actually received it, so that's a good indicator that it might not be there. So I think that would be a very good way to get all the students to know what's going on there and have the good presence they feel. So I think that's the first thing I would like to implement. And then I would like to have a better website, like I said earlier, where students can drop their comments, their ideas, and you can tell everyone what they want. So by improving and enhancing the website and also increasing the presence of the online community.
Awesome, thank you. Sorry.
When I was like before I decided to run for VP marketing, I asked my friends around, and the main thing I realized that even though we have the CASA make great events that are actually promoted online, so on and so forth, most students don't even know about it. Like they came from students like GMMA, Geneva, but they still don't have the information itself. So what I like my platform would be to actually be accessible to students before everything, promote internally, but not only an online presence, but also inside JMSB to help the students know actually what we're doing with all our events. Because online is great, but most students don't know we're doing those stuff. So we go on classes, post posters on billboards, and so on and so forth.
Thank you. Artie.
Okay, so my whole platform is to help students find themselves in the school. So what I want to do is in the upcoming fall and winter semesters, I want to have an awareness week where students can know the CASA services and resources available to them and how they can take advantage of that. I want to have some design workshops because a couple of students have mentioned it, and JMSB students don't have access to stuff like that. And I want to strengthen the relationship between CASA and its subsidiaries, because if CASA is very strong, then we can provide a unified message to all of the students, and I think it'll add value to the CASA brand as a whole, and we'll be able to communicate effectively to the students. And not so much online, because if you don't know exactly what you're looking for, then you won't know where to go. So Awareness Week will provide students with the resources where they can search and what they will be looking for.
Very good, thank you. Michael.
So I'm going to ask directed questions to each of you. So first we'll start with Artie. You say that you want to strengthen the relationship with CASA and its subsidiaries. First, I absolutely agree that, the subsidiaries is what makes up CASA. CASA is just a very small part. But how specifically do you think these relationships are not so strong right now? And as VP Marketing specifically, and not VP Internal, for example, how would your role be tailored to help rebuild these relationships?
Well, this year we started having VP Marketing meetings, and though they didn't occur as consistently as I would have wanted, I didn't see a lot of value in them. So I would have provided, I would have had more of a banner of the week or campaign of the semester where students can actually interact and discuss the marketing strategies behind them and discuss the design aspects behind them and how other subs can successfully implement whatever was so successful about that campaign. So really having a tight relationship with all of VP Marketing that's more consistent and more in line with CASA's view as a whole would be something that I would want to implement more.
Thank you. And question for Sari. You said that most students don't really know about Meet and Greet events, and your platform is to mostly promote things internally through grassroots movements. Definitely agree with that. One of the things that we try to do is leverage our Promo X team, which is our SKU team, better. Under CASA's new strategic plan, the X team is going to fall under solely the VP Marketing. And this X team will have an event side that will help with events and a marketing side. How do you want to specifically leverage Promo X to communicate about meet and greets and CASA services?
Because I was going through the strategy plan, I realized that one thing because I want to improve next year is innovation. And if I have a team accessible to myself, because I think students really react more when you have a personal relationship with them. So if I went to a team, I could actually go through classes and then maybe during breaks or before classes, just and they could talk and tell them what's happening directly and face to face. If they have any questions, they can know directly who to talk to about our events and so on and so forth. So this is what I plan to do if I have access to the Promo X team.
Thank you. And finally, for Alexandre, You said that CASA JMSB has to improve the format of the newsletter to better attract people. CASA's newsletter, on an average week, has anywhere from 35 to 40% opening rate, which is very, very strong compared to industry averages. My question specifically for you is, if you're successfully able to improve the format of the newsletter, what other innovative marketing strategies would you implement other than online content?
And how do you intend to increase that open rate?
Oh, is it not online or not or online?
No, I'm speaking specifically for not online.
Oh, never mind.
So offline marketing that isn't, specifically going into classrooms.
Well, we're already putting tables in the lobby, so I think that would not be innovative. But we still need to go and talk to people. Like Sorry said just before, we need to have more personal links between the association and the students. So if we had a way just to get in the school and really talk to the students and see what they want and make it happen.
What is that way?
Sorry?
What is that way? So you said if we have a way to do that, what is that way?
Well, like I just said, go and talk to them. Go into the school, in the corridors, in the lobby, not in the class like you said, but really throughout the school at different times of the day and talk to the students to ask them.
I'm gonna ask all three of you this follow up. That's gonna fall under what Milan and Michael asked you. I don't know for all three of you. Since you believe that online promotion is not enough, how would you increase Canada MSB's presence, both online? Start with Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Because I know CASA make great videos. This is actually an example only for us, only on Halloween. But what I want to do, for example, let's say it's a Halloween or Christmas event, right? Decorate the school or the lobby just to raise awareness for the students themselves, and also the innovation. Because I think we on the web, right? There's something lacking, but we can still improve it and go further, right? And because I have some skills with Photoshop and all those other materials, I think I can use those to improve, to work on what we already have and bring new stuff, not only forsake the old stuff.
Thank you, Artie.
Okay, so the first step of every marketing decision-making process is awareness, and that's why I took the whole awareness approach and having an awareness week where students can actually get to know CASA, get to know the resources they have, what's available to them, how to take advantage of it. And the whole reason is to create, and I wanted PromoX to have more management and more responsibility, so that, because I see PromoX as direct ambassadors of the CASA brand itself, and they shouldn't just be like a Senkai team, they should be all over the school representing CASA, who's planning the events for them, and who may not have the time to introduce themselves formally to all the students. So in this way, the awareness period and PromoX, I think that we can create a CASA brand that students are proud to know, that they do know about, and that they can be proud to see on any banner.
Very good, thank you. Milan? Scott or Michael? I'm
Yeah.
sorry, you're right. Sorry, Alex, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Alex, go ahead.
So, but you could decorate all the lobby by that way to increase the awareness. You need. I'm sorry. Can you just repeat exactly the question?
Sure.
Since you believe that online presence is not enough, how would you increase CASA JMSB's presence overall, online and offline?
Yeah. So as I said, instead of just putting in the lobby tables where you're just there and talking to people and hoping for them to come to the table and talk to you, you could put more overall in the school. So having if it's the Halloween party, you could decorate the whole lobby with the colors of the CASA Halloween party and put put more than just a table in the lobby. You decorate the whole lobby to each event to give a little bit more.
Okay, thank you. Scott?
Can you explain to me what you believe to be the current state of student empathy in JMSB, and why do you think it's as such? As in, give us the analysis as to why, or what. Sorry, give us what you think student empathy is and why you think it's like that.
Basically, how do students feel about their student association in this particular faculty?
Let's start with Alex.
So they feel like it should be a family. It should be create a link, and people should feel like a part of the whole family. When you come to JMSB, you shouldn't just be there to come to school and study and then go home. You should feel like you can talk to people and interact with everyone, and it really should be a good sense of community and family.
Sorry, not what it should be. What is it?
Well, I feel that's what it is, and that's what it should be also.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay, I think like JMD students were really proud of all of our faculty in general, and even like our events. I know CASA students really appreciate the work that CASA already does. But the main issue is I was going to classes and I asked, most people don't even know the names of, let's say, two execs on the CASA team, right? So they feel like they're alienated from us, and they don't even know who we are, even though we're in your classes. So I think that they love what we do, but we need to reach out to them even more. Because let's say, for example, the students under CASA, like some let's say, entrance business student, they go to Geneva and so on and so forth, but they don't feel like, they feel like it's a closed circle, you know, it's only between CASA members and not a big team. Like even entering CASA, they're scared to go talk to other execs. So I think we should really work on this aspect of CASA.
Thank you. Artie?
So I'm going to be honest, I spoke to a lot of students, and a lot of students feel very disconnected from CASA. They seem to have a sense of pride during Frosh, that everyone's excited, everyone wants to talk about the school, and as soon as Frosh is over, people feel immediately disconnected. They don't feel a part of the school, they feel like the fourth floor is very different, and I've asked people too, and the only name that came up was Michael Richardson on CASA because he's the president. So I think that marketing, the VP marketing should include students in their marketing strategies. You should make it interactive, make it a two-way channel, two-way street, where students feel like they can speak to CASA and CASA will respond in a positive way that will enhance their university experience.
Thank you very much. Michael?
A follow-up on that, all three of you raised a similar point about, the inclusiveness that CASA has, or the exclusiveness, I should say. And my question is, how specifically, again, do you want to break down these barriers?
Let us start with, sorry.
Can I just
Oh, yes, sorry.
be creative in your answers and don't say something big parts?
Okay, so first of all, like to break down this silo that CASA has in general, like this is actually the reason why I applied myself to VP marketing, because I wasn't like in CASA JMSB association, and I have a lot of contacts that are outside of CASA in general. And to break down a silo is like I already idea about awareness week, so on and so forth, where we let's say the exit team could actually go and meet personally, like go in classes. I'm Michael Richardson, I got the president, so on and so forth. Here's my email if you want to text me. So on and so people will be able to know, oh, is that, put a face on the name, you know, and put a face on CASA, and that is the team. That's what I would do if I was elected.
Thank you. Artie?
Okay, so I'm going to first off say that I'm very proud and honored to be part of a CASA subsidiary, and I feel like it's something that I've earned as a student. I wouldn't break down the difference between the fourth floor and the students, but I would integrate it more so that they don't feel afraid to approach us. They don't feel afraid to ask us questions. They don't feel afraid to research us and volunteer at our events. That's something that I would want to do, integrate them more, and not make it so scary to jump the line and join the fourth floor, and jump the line and join the community.
And how would you do that specifically?
I would do that by integrating students into the marketing strategies that we already have.
Such as?
I was thinking about doing the humans of JMSB, getting students on the page, getting to know students so people can see it and feel a part of the community and be like, hey, I'm a normal student and one day I can be on that page.
One event that I went was with JMMA, where it was Meet JMMA. It was an event where we would just go to a restaurant or a bar, and you would meet all the execs from JMMA. And I thought it was very interesting because you get to talk to them and you learn how they are, who they are. But I felt like not enough people went there because it was only a very small portion of the students. We should maybe have more Meet events, but for all the subsidiaries and CASA, but not only have one at the beginning of the first semester, and then that's when you go and that's when you meet them. Should have maybe every 2 months or something like that, where you can go and meet all the execs and talk to them.
And how would you attract students to go to those events?
Well, it could be introduced into one event that they already want to go. Like during the 5K, there could be a portion of it that the exec will be there and they can meet people. And it can not only be an event that's only for meeting the execs. It could be a conference where before that they get to meet the people, but it should be mixed with something else.
Because maybe we could do robotics.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. You want let me do the robot?
Well, no, it was another question.
Okay, so let me do the rebuttal and we can adjust this. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna allow you guys to ask each other a question based on this specific question. So you can ask each other something that the other person responded, and you're gonna have 30 seconds to respond to that question. So Alex, let's start with you. Do you have any questions for either Sori or Artie?
I don't know.
Artie, do you have any questions for either Alex or Sori?
Yes, Alex. You said you wanted to increase the online, redesign the online brand of CASA. As I said before, awareness is the first step in every marketing decision-making process. So how are you planning on making students aware of what you're doing online? Because they won't go look for it unless they are aware of it.
So, well, what you could have is promote that the website is there. If you redesign the website or redesign the platform, there's a big launching to do about it, and people will go see, oh, it's new. And if there's something new, it's innovative, they want to go see what it is. If they know it's the same old website, they don't want to go there because they've already been there. But if it's a whole launching of a new thing, then people will go.
Do you feel that, can I ask another one?
No, just one question. Sorry.
Okay, so that's a good question. You said to be able like to increase their awareness in CASA, you're going to do conferences where students are going to come and meet their execs, right, or the Geneva community, right? Don't you? But I believe it's us. We have a more responsibility to go to the students, not the students to come to us, right?
Yeah.
So like I believe as they ask, wow.
Sorry. Ask him a question. It doesn't matter what you believe. Just ask him the question. What question do you have for him?
Okay, so do you believe what is the responsibility of CASA members towards their students when it comes to them knowing us?
Well, as I said before, it should be a two-way channel. So it should be the students that come to the execs and ask them questions, but you have the executive has to like create something to like let them know that they can come. You know, if like you already said before, that they feel like the fourth floor is something that's like different, they cannot go there. It doesn't work. So that's why you need to create events and tell them that you are there and you can answer the questions.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Malin, I have a question for you guys.
Do you guys believe that the CASA JMSB Facebook page is being optimized? And if you were in charge of it, what would you change?
Great question.
Let's start with Alex.
I feel it's well done, but it could be done better. I feel like the CASA public page is used a little more by the students, and I feel like cannibalize the views from the students. You should the CASA Facebook page should have more content about the students and not just like the fourth floor student what they're doing. It's always like, oh, that competition happened, we won that place, or there's that event, but it should be also like what all the students are doing, not just like the fourth floor students.
Thank you very much. Sorry?
I think the page of CASA is I like it because that was like good information about everything that's going on. But it's a page like personally, and I know like other students we only consult it when we like want to know about an event, right? Because I don't just go on there just to look for like just like to spend time on there, right? So I think it'd be a good idea if the page could actually have like other content such as let's say the pictures, images, like the images used like to promote like the execs. So like people could just go on the page and just like go through post it and laugh and they can relate to what's on the page. Because on the group that's what people do. They post stuff themselves and I can spend hours just scrolling down. I want the same thing to happen on the page, but only focusing on CASA executives in general.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Artie.
Okay, so the first rule about VP marketing on CASA is no spam. So I think that we've done a good job on keeping the spam to a minimum. And I think that the CASA JMSB page is where students feel a sense of community. That's where they go to ask their questions. That's where they go to find out events. That's where CASA leverages their brand by promoting their own subs events. I know that we promote one event per sub during the whole year, and I think that's good because when people see that CASA promotes the event, they see it as a community event, and they want to go, they want to attend it. And though, yes, sometimes I do enjoy the funny meme that's on the page or the funny video that goes on it, most of the time I'm using it as a sense of community, a sense of information, somewhere to go get what I'm looking for.
Okay, Malin has a follow-up.
So as a follow-up to no spam, we do have a lot of sponsors who want for us to get money from them and to get the product. They want exposure through the CASA JMSB Facebook page. So are you saying that you would not have that at all, or how would you balance that?
I would balance it in a sense to not overwhelm students with sponsors. That's not what the page is for. If you have 4 sponsors, if you have 4 sponsors on a page per day, students are going to unlike the page, and that's not what the page is there for. I think sponsors should be more limited towards the CASA website, where they can choose to go view what sponsors CASA does have, but I would limit it to 1 or 2 per event, and not more than that per event.
Alex?
I would use product placements instead of just like posting about the sponsors. You just integrate the sponsors into your content. So if you have you're having a poster about an event, then you can just integrate the sponsors in it. So that way you're not spamming the users, but you're giving good value to your sponsors while not spamming your consumers, your students.
Very good. Sorry.
So like marketing believe like when you want to pass a message, you can use like subliminal messages to promote it. So as like Alice said, I could still post it on the page, but as something that's integrated, let's say in the video or in the content you can post. So therefore, people don't feel overwhelmed by having just a post about the sponsorship. But we need to add them on there because they give us money, they're helping us. So it still has to know it.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to have a question from our current VP of Marketing.
Okay, so my question is more towards time management. So I've been at school for the last 2 days at least, from 8 a.m. until later than now, and I'm going to be here till 3 a.m. today doing extra work. How do you think you're going to manage your time, and are you prepared to give up certain things in your life to do this role? Because a lot of it does come last second, and stuff like this, I'm here till late. There's nothing I can really do about it.
Let's start with Artie.
Okay, so as VP Marketing for CASA Cares, I know how to time manage. I know that things come up last minute, but an example would be the fashion show that just came out, the model photos. I gave up my entire March break. I was supposed to go away, and I did, but I was in a room the whole time editing pictures. And it's something that I have a passion for. It's something that I was excited about and something that had such a huge reach to students that I'm proud of. So I know that I would be able to stay up late because it's something that I love, and something that I know that CASA implemented this year was the CASA VP Marketing forms where you have to hand in early, and that's something that I'm actually implementing in CASA Cares so that things stay efficient, things stay on task, and things get done on time.
Thank you. Sorry?
So right now I'm in an association called African Center for Korea. I'm the VP Communication, and I take 5 classes. And the reason why I went to marketing is because I love it. Because I love every aspect of it, making business strategies, using Photoshop and After Effects, and so forth. So I think in life, when you do something you love, even if you will do it well without taking cushion of the time. I won't mind working from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. I know at the end my work is gonna matter. It's gonna change something, make a difference. So I had an event 2 weeks ago, 500 people event. I was preparing on the campus when I was organizing it. Now I managed to for my studies, and I gave up sleep because of that event. So I think I could do it.
Thank you. Alex?
Currently, I work as a web marketing coordinator for an agency, and it's a part-time job. It's only 20 hours per week, but it always ends up being 30, 35 hours a week, sometimes 40, 45. That always depends because that's how it happens. So I know how it is. I had a similar experience, and if I was to be elected, I would quit that job to focus on the VP marketing position. So, I mean, I'm used to it. I know how it is, and I don't have any problems with doing it because I love doing it. So for me, it's like a hobby.
Thank you. Michael?
Thank you. So again, just to kind of take a right turn, a lot of people at JMSB don't even look at our Facebook page. Don't even care about CASA, and that's fine. That's not right. And all 3 of you said, it's really important to speak to students in the lobby, to do class presentation, and I agree with all of that. But my question is, how do students want to be marketed to, specifically?
Let's start with Alex.
How do you want to be marketed? Can you just refocus the question?
Yeah, sure. So as marketing people, for example, Jay and I have had very long debates about humans of JMSB, stuff like that. And I'm not a marketing person, so don't ask me about marketing. But oftentimes, when you're the marketing person doing the marketing, you'll think that your methods are the best. When in reality, your consumers want a completely different delivery system. So what delivery system do your consumers want? Or in other words, what marketing tactics can CASA implement that'll be best utilized and capture the best proportion of students?
Well, I just feel like it's a bit contradictory because you say that the marketer would feel like his way is the best, while it could be the wrong way, like to the opinion of the students. So what I would do is on the web, like I said on my platform, the website, having a whole section where students go and say what they want, have a drop box for the opinions or comments, what they want to have, what they want to like, what they want to have like the association do for them. So that way, if you had a real connection with the students and you had a communication, they would tell you what they want. Then you would know what they want because you're not thinking.
What do you think they want?
Well, I think they want to be talking. I think that they want us to do what they tell us they want to do. So we need to ask them first before just saying that's what they want.
But so let's say you asked them already. What would you like as a student who hasn't been involved in CASA before?
Yeah.
How would you want to be marketed to?
Well, I would like to be like the marketer to tell me what's in for them if they want to go to an event, why they should go. So let's say it's a party, like why should you go to that party instead of another one? So that would be like because CASA is a group, it's a family, it's a community. So it would give them a better value, like knowing all the others from the GMSB family.
Thank you. Artie.
Okay, so I know that as CASA Cares and CASA operates under the assumption that there's 3 different kinds of JMSB students. There's the students that won't get engaged at all and don't really care about the social media. There's the students that have the selective attention and will only pay attention to the posts and events that pertain to them. And then there's the extremely involved students that want to know everything about the school and are excited about every event. So the way I would market to the 2 last groups of students, which is what we focus on more because it'll have the most engagement, is having posts that are current with the media, staying modern, staying innovative, and having events that are relatable to students, such as having the dogs in the lobby. I thought that was a great initiative. Who doesn't love puppies? Everyone was in the lobby, and that's a way to get to know CASA's brand. It's the way to get to know that CASA is really here for the students, and they're not here to plan events for no one.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry.
Okay, so like I said before, as like students want to be like talk like to themselves, they want us to know them as individuals. Like even like I think the average students, the one like usually in part in calendar day, we're all GMD students. And I think most people, even though like you street out students, we're all proud of being part of GMSB. So therefore, I think like as you said, we promote X teams and so forth. Just like going out there and just talking to students like, oh, this is happening, or this, for example, like I mean teachers like that promotes, let's say your event that you won your back, then let's say they will see people in their classes like sitting just in front of them, like just and actually accessible in their group projects. You know like the part of GMD and CASA, and you can relate to them. You can say, oh, this guy's in my class, we have the same teachers and so forth, and he's also promoting CASA. So they want to be marketed personally, individually, in a way.
May I ask a follow-up?
Yes, please.
So on that point, thank you very much. A lot of you again are focusing on leveraging, going up to people, talking in classes. Again, I definitely agree with all of that. But what other innovative marketing tactics would you implement that CASA does not currently do and has not done in the past? For example, having the puppy event was an innovative thing that we haven't done in the past. So what other innovative marketing tactics, online or offline, would you like to implement as VP Marketing?
Alex?
I just need to think about it. Can I pass my turn and come back? Be a second one?
We need you to think on your feet.
Sorry?
We need you to think on your feet.
Well, I'd come back on my previous idea where you would put people to give their opinion. You could have a contest and say like, what's your favorite event? And then students could come and like create their event and post their favorite event, and then you could do contests and people will be like competitive between each other and they want to have the best event. So then you will have the students' ideas because you would use what they want and by creating a contest with them.
Sorry?
What I realized is that students in general, like they like to have their ideas heard, and I had some people approach me when I was beginning, and asked me about, oh, I got this idea for the Froge next year, I decided for the Halloween party. So I say I have like a box we can see, we can draw ideas, but the main marketing concept I want to focus on is when we have like a number of holidays like St. Patrick's Day or Halloween, Christmas. I'll really make the school have this Halloween feeling or this Christmas feeling. And while doing this, promote our event. Like let's say I have a Christmas tree in the lobby, or I have like let's say people come to school dressed in your Halloween costume on the 31st of October, right? And I think that's a really cool idea because students like to have fun while studying. Why can't we do this? Why must they be separated?
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna ask a question from.
Artie.
Oh, sorry, Artie. Sorry. I forget there's
Okay.
three sometimes.
I'm going to go back to the Humans of James B that I wanted to start. And just, if you post it on the page, maybe once a month, regular student, they're on the page, you get to know them. You get to know their story. You get to know why they're important to James B, why they're important to CASA, and why we care about them. Something I took upon myself this week, just to get to know students, is I sketched out a huge drawing of James B, and I just went around the school asking people to draw themselves with little stick figures in them. And while they were doing that, they just felt a sense of community. I got to talk to them. I got to ask them about the school. I got to ask them, oh, why'd you draw yourself here? Do you go there a lot? And they got to know me on a personal level. And something else that we should help them with is I know that a lot of students have a lot of surveys. So if we could help them in that way and kind of market towards those students and kind of help them out in their school, they'll feel academically, they'll feel that CASA supports them and that CASA is on their side.
Awesome, thank you very much. I'm gonna go to the YouTube sphere, and this is for all three of you. What do you think CASA James B's image is to the rest of Concordia? What would you change about that image? And lastly, how will you take the steps to work towards that goal next year? Let's start with Story.
So I think the image of CASA, GMSB, and GMD students in general, like as you can see on Sport Concordia, Sport Montreal, is that all the other Concordia students think that we like alienate ourselves, like we're business students. And like when you ask some people, oh, where are you from? What university? They say I'm from GMSB, I'm from Concordia. So that our students, engineering students, don't feel integrated, like they feel like different from the business students. So I think like this needs like in a way like to be broke down. Yeah, yes, we're business students, but we're also Concordia students. I think that's really like relevant to our students.
And how are you gonna change it for next year?
Excuse me?
How would you change that for next year?
I think for next year, like if I can work with the VP events, like on some events where like actually like not promote it, not close it only to GMB students. So see, for example, the pop crawl. I love like my friends coming up to me and asking me, oh, next year can you guys do pop crawl? Where even my friend from the art major or engineering can join us. Me just this event. So like I found my other friends. I don't feel like my only crew should be my business people.
Okay, Artie, thank you, Artie.
I think CASA JMSB's image is very professional, and people know that we are really for the students. When we contact students, we're contacting them as students, not as clients, not as customers. We're really trying to create a sense of community. And though a lot of the rest of Concordia thinks that we're kind of arrogant and that we're business people and we're business savvy and we don't want to connect with each other, they know that we're fun. Most of the people from other schools come to our events. They come to our Halloween. They know how we are. And so I would want to integrate more students into our community, into our CASA JMSB image, so that people don't see us as arrogant and they see us more connected, more together.
Thank you. Alex?
It goes a bit in the same sense. I feel like the Concordia University feels like we're very separated from the school, and a good way to do that would be to create like mixed events. Like instead of just having the GNSB event, it would be a GNSB, but also with different faculties of Concordia. So that way you could have like maybe not competition, but like some like fun rivalries between the faculties of Concordia. That way you get people to meet each other, and you're not completely separate. You keep that like separation between the faculties, but you get people to meet each other and like know each other more.
Okay, thank you. Michael?
Let Scott actually go because he hasn't. Sorry.
Scott?
So in a world that's jam-packed with marketing and spam, it's clear that it's really hard to get a hold of students. My question is, considering the number of subs, brands, and content that we're trying to push out, how are you going to combat cannibalization amongst subsidiaries in CASA, particularly with each other and even with CASA? And also, what do you think of the current multi-brand strategy, aka we have 14 subsidiaries with 14 brands and 14 names?
Yeah.
What do you think about that? So question 1, how are you combating cannibalism? Question 2, what do you think of this multi-brand strategy?
Let's start with Artie.
So this goes back to me saying how I want to unify CASA. I want to make us all the same level. That way, when we deliver a message to student, it stays consistent, it stays effective. I think that would help subs portray the same image. If we portray the CASA's image as unified, each sub's message will stay as consistent as well. And I think that sorry, what was the second part of the question?
What do you believe about our current multi-brand strategy, aka do you think it's good to have 14 brands being pushed onto students?
I think that each subsidiary represents its student body and represents a certain group of students under the new system. I know it's very different, but having CASA as a unified whole, as a unified team, allows us to add value to our brand because we're providing a consistent image and a consistent message to all students. So having a unified CASA would...
Sorry, I'm just going to clarify.
I know I said
You have 14 individuals with 14 different ideas of what their organization should be. How do you get this perfect, and it sounds great, yeah, a unified message, but how do you actually tangibly make that happen and clearly communicate that without everyone shouting all at the same time what they want to say?
Well, if CASA's brand is viewed a certain way, you putting CASA's logo on your banner will say something to students. If you see CASA a certain way and they support a sub and they promote a sub and promote what they believe in, then students will see the overall message right away.
Thank you. Alex.
So first, for the cannibalizing, I feel like there should be like a strict set of rules where, like, to have like a very, like she said, unified, like a unified body. If all the subsidiaries use the same font, like we had the same CASA font, we had all the same, they had the same brand, with just a different, like the different colors of their association. It should be like very unified. They all represent a different like segment of the student body, but it would still use like a very like similar brand than CASA. It should not every subsidiary has a very like own brand, but they should all be like very similar, but just with like distinction for each association. That way, it would like take away the part of like having all different things to be like very similar, but just like segmented. I kind of answered both questions at the same time right now, but yeah.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
Okay, to come back, first of all, to come back to cannibalization of all like the other subsidiaries. Okay, well, could think, for example, like GMMA for marketing people, GMMA for instructional students. Let's say when they have an event to promote, like you make sure they can like, because my platform is going for them, promo X going to the classes, right? So you can only go to let's say their instructional student classes, so on and so forth. Then you can there's like a separation. There's not a mixed message. First of all, and secondly, what I want to do, I think, because there's two things that goes, you have to lead or divide to conquer. But I think having one just main CASA thing is not like it's not a good idea because as Scott just said, it would be too much like division and arguments. But I think if students know like they could only focus on let's say on the majors association, like I said, the marketing association, accounting, finance, and insurance business, so on and so forth. So the student will be able to know, me as a marketing student, I can go to GMMA, and for like say for if I want to join the conference, if I can join the conference on marketing, right? Because I think we could use like a structure of CASA. You have the 7 majors, all the majors association, and then they rely their disinformation to their major students. And let's say you want to join like one of the others, like CASA Cares and so forth. They only have to contact let's say as a marketing student GMMA, and they can relay the information to the let's say CASA Cares and so forth. It's like a structure.
Okay, thank you. Michael?
So every one of you spoke about this idea of building a community, and building a community is actually one of CASA's 3 pillars of a new plan. But my question specifically is, we can only build this community if people know who we are. So from a marketing standpoint, how are we going to attract new students to get to know what CASA is, to learn about our events, and to pardon my language, to start giving a shit about what CASA really means?
Let's start with Alex.
So I think the clothing line would be a good idea to help people increase the awareness of the brand. Like if we put more maybe like in the events we could give out some shirts with the CASA JNSB written on it, so people would know that there's that brand going out that is around. You need to have something new, innovative that would make people talk about it. If you have a fresh new website, you have a fresh new platform that's going on, people will say, "Oh, that's new. I want to go see about it." If you're giving away like T-shirts and shirt caps that's written CASA JNSB on it, people will see, "Oh, he has one. I want to have one," and he's gonna go see on the website. Oh, like they are there. So
you're saying leverage the clothing line to attract new people?
yeah, I would.
Okay, so, but the clothing line only happens like in a couple of weeks in January. So at the beginning of the year, like Frosh, for example, everyone's super attracted to Frosh, and how can we leverage their attraction to Frosh to attract them to CASA for the rest of the year?
Well, you said that the clothing line is only in like a few weeks in January, December, but you can like expand it and have it during the Frosh and like give it away during the Frosh, so people will be there to like can put in different times, not only that one.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry.
Okay, so first of all, I know when I was a first year student, there's like this big meeting you can attend to, where all the first years Gen students have to go. For me, it was in the H lobby in the big concert hall there, where they come and they talk to students and prepare them for the year. So I think if as a me as VP marketing, if I'm elected, you go there, you talk to the students about CASA, and you let them know like what's happening. That could work. And secondly, what I love about Frosh was the Frosh gear that we got, like the bag, the T-shirt. Now I still have my own home, but the thing is, it's like the bag rips, and the shirts and the white shirt that we got is not something I can wear on a daily basis because it's winter. So maybe they say because like I have durable Frosh gear, like this is like a bracelet or something you can just bring to school, and we encourage students to do it. Let's say they bring like their Frosh gear once a week, for example, we can just give them like something free or so on and so forth. Because the Frosh gear is something like you like because it was your first experience as a student, So you really deeply attached to it. That's what made your first like 4 years friend, so on and so forth. So that's what I do to attract new students. Durable Frosh gear and information.
Thank you. Artie.
Okay, so I know I mentioned an awareness week right after Frosh, but maybe something more realistic would be having, instead of having a business speaker come in, maybe have a CASA seminar instead, where Froshies were just exposed at the Loyal campus. They were just exposed to all the subs. They kind of know what's going on with that, but they still don't know what CASA is. They know that CASA runs Frosh. They see the CASA members running around trying to fix things, but maybe they don't know exactly what they are. They don't know what the ECP program is. They don't know what the clothing line is. They don't know that you can print an S1, and they don't know that you can book a room in the lobby. So maybe a CASA seminar during Frosh is realistic for Froshies that are already hyped up, already knowing about school, already wanting to know about CASA. Maybe it provides more value to students than having a business speaker come in and talk about business strategies.
Okay, thank you. We have a question from our VP of Marketing.
Okay, so mine's more of a situational question. We've been talking a lot about like how to reach students and all this stuff, but like let's get into like some realistic things that I go through at least on a day-to-day basis. Something that came up this year was something like Halloween party. Okay, so imagine Halloween party was not selling as well as you wanted. You have venue space booked. You have all these things going on. The VP Finance is yelling at you because the tickets are just not selling. You've posted online as much as you could. You've made posters. You have promo X in the lobby. Give me one creative idea that will allow you to sell more tickets. I don't care about people knowing about the event. I want to sell tickets.
Sorry, let's start with you.
We had the same issue with my event that we made like 2 years ago called Usury. We have 500 tickets to sell, and by the second week for the event, we only had 250 that we could actually sell. So what we did, we made deals. Like let's say you know like influential people, right? Let's say like people are like on the association, presidents, so on and so forth. They have access to a lot of students. So you can say, okay, I will give you 10 tickets. If you sell all those 10, you can have a free ticket for yourself. Because I say the only thing you want to say is like your venue to be full. And I'm not talking about profits here. Like, you can still make profit with this. I think you guys make a lot of money on the Halloween party if it's full. So
Can I just respond to that?
Let him finish.
okay. So therefore, like sacrifice a bit of the profit, or just to make deals with like a bunch of people that you know are influential, and then you can sell your tickets.
Okay. Artie?
Okay, so I know I'm going out on a limb here. Something that CASA hasn't done, but would be kind of cool. Maybe give the students kind of a taste of what they're in for if they do attend the event. So if we made some sort of CASA haunted house somewhere, something very small, something to get them excited about the event, something to get them in the Halloween mood in general, I think that would add value to the event. People would see what they're in for, they would get excited, they would want to purchase tickets, and they could purchase tickets right after the haunted house. You know, they're already in that scared state, they have the adrenaline rushing through their veins. Maybe they'll make the purchase decision, maybe they'll go right away and buy the ticket.
Thank you. Alex?
I would try to get a sponsor that could sponsor like a big prize that you could win if you purchase a ticket. So maybe every ticket you buy gives you a chance to participate in that contest, and then you could have you don't want to spend money on that prize, so you want to get a sponsor to sponsor that contest, and then it could be like, I don't know, a weekend like in for a chalet or something, whatever it is, that worth a lot of money, and every ticket would give you a chance to win that thing. So the sponsor would get like the visibility from that contest, and then you would get people to, oh well, that party is cool. I get to have a nice fun, like a fun time with my friends, and I could also win that. So let's buy a ticket for that party.
Thank you very much. Michael, go ahead.
Okay, so away from the situational for 1 second. I like with this question, like I feel like you guys aren't really answering any of the questions, to be honest. So my question specifically is, what do you think is the weakest part of CASA's marketing strategy so far this year? And if you were VP marketing, what would you change? And I don't want, I would speak to students and ask them questions, or like have a comment. What specifically would you do to combat the weakness, the biggest weakest link that you think CASA has this year, marketing-wise?
Let's start with Artie.
I think that CASA has a good presence on Facebook, but I know that there's so many other social media platforms that CASA doesn't hit very well.
Like what?
Like Instagram and Twitter and Pinterest, I don't know. But specifically Instagram and Twitter, I know a lot of students use it. I know I do for CASA Cares, and a lot of people we have on Instagram don't actually follow us on Facebook. They think our Instagram posts are cute. We have someone dedicated towards that. So I think that I would make sure that either I or someone that is under me, my associate vice president, would be proficient in Instagram and Twitter and other social media platforms that students pay attention to other than Facebook, because right now we're in the digital age, everyone's on more things than Facebook.
So is CASA's biggest weakness we're not present on social media?
We're not present to our full potential.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I think our weakest link is that we're not able to connect to the average student, most of all, because most events are spread to word of mouth. Like a friend sees a post on Facebook, he tells a friend, tells a friend, tells a friend, so on and so forth. Then they all go back to the event, then join or pay for the event. So if I was elected, what I would do is I would try like something different. I could say, I don't know, like actually be there, like be on the field, like sell tickets, like and not only online, like say in the lobby itself, or just go like on like in classes and say, okay, I have that much tickets. I'll be there from 8 to 9 in the lobby if you want to buy some. Just online too, but there's some I can sell to you directly right now, so on and so forth. I think that's what I do.
I'm gonna have. Sorry. Keep doing that. All right, Alex. Sorry.
I feel like one of the biggest weaknesses is that all the events are super exclusive. Well, they feel super exclusive to like either fourth floor students or like very involved students from JNSB. I would like as a first year student, I like being involved, so I was always looking for it, and I was like always trying to find information about the events. But all my friends that are not as involved, they didn't know about the event, and if they knew about it, they felt that they were not part of it because they didn't want to get involved, so they felt like I shouldn't go to that event because I don't want to get involved. I'm just a regular student. So I feel like we should like break that barrier of exclusiveness about the events of JMSB organized by CASA and make it be more like for every student of JMSB and not just people that want to get involved with CASA.
And how would you do that?
Well, as I say,
James?
clearly by stating it instead of not just by do like.
So your marketing campaign is
It's for everyone. It's not only for the like.
all your so your marketing campaign for all the events is going to be it's for everyone.
Not, well, like already the Halloween party, the end of semester party, all these events are already marketed. People know it's for everybody. But all the like conferences, the seminars, the more like specialized events, they're not like marketed to everyone. They're really like too focused on people that want to get involved. So these specific events, I would market so people know that everyone can go there.
Okay, thank you. It's getting to be 10:45. You have one question?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask a really tough question.
So this will be the final question,
Very,
and then-
very a tough question.
So the final question, then you can conclude it.
I've been here all day, every day since the campaign began, and I haven't really seen any of your offline marketing or a lot of the stuff that you guys have talked about. So I want to know, what have you done to date in your campaigning efforts that shows your innovation and desire to communicate with students as marketers?
Let's start with Alex.
Specifically offline or like the whole platform?
Your entire platform. What have you done to be an amazing marketer in a campaign?
Well, I feel. Can I start?
Yeah.
So one thing that innovative I haven't seen much. I built a whole website to promote my campaign. So I think that building a whole website and showing that that I'm able to not only market it but also like create it and I know how it works. I think that's very different because it shows that I'm not only like about strategy, but I know like a little bit of everything. I know in graphic design, I know in web programming, I know like I built a whole website just for that, for like marketing my platform. So I feel that that's different.
Thank you. Sorry.
For my campaign, what I did, I actually went like to the students themselves. They sit in study rooms. When I'm walking, just someone walking around school in the elevator, like introducing myself and asking their name and remembering them, and then listening or asking them directly, what do you think is wrong with CASA? That's where I got all my information for tonight's debate. I saw when I saw tutorials, like I'm planning to go on the tutorials like this Friday and so on and so forth, and then because like tutorials are what people that matters with students. Yes, I will admit my weakness in my strategy that my campaign that I want to act in my platform is I didn't put enough posters like around school. I just printed them like today because of the issue that I had in the printer and so on and so forth. But I will do this in the near future. That's the main weakness of my platform compared to my campaign.
Thank you. Artie.
Okay, so I think one of the most creative things I did was when I drew up JMSB and I was going around and actually talking to students and what's your favorite place in school? Please draw yourself on the picture, I haven't posted it yet because it's not complete. I want it to be as full as possible so that I'm posting it online. I told people to go online and tag themselves. See what all JMSB students can do together once you come together and work on a project. I'm also coming out with a website tomorrow, which I'm working on. And I've offered to help people out with their surveys. Not for votes, I haven't mentioned anything about my campaign, but I just said I know how marketing classes can be. I know getting surveys is tough. I know handing them out. I know it can be rough. And I told the students, I'm like, if you want advice on your classes, let me know, and I'll tell you what my experience was with them, how I studied for them, how I bettered myself because of them, and what you can take from the course and apply it in real life situations. The whole thing about my campaign was don't tell me, show me. So I went up to students and I showed them what we could do together. I didn't tell them what we could do together.
As, I guess, to finish off this question, thanks for all your answers. I know it wasn't necessarily easy. As the people running for marketing, I challenge you to find something extremely innovative and show how dedicated you are towards pushing CASA's boundaries and pushing the boundaries of marketing forward, especially for students.
Michael.
So we'll end off with this question. To wrap everything up, I want to know specifically, because I have the privilege, as everybody in this room does, to vote for for the VP marketing position. Why do you want to be VP marketing? Why are you better than the person sitting next to you? And why should I vote for you?
Sorry.
Well, the reason why I did this campaign in the first place because my friends knew that I was really involved in the association. They came up to me, oh, since next year you're not going to be the association. Why don't you run for VP marketing? And I thought that was really touching because people talk about me being able to handle so much, and that's how I even do on my platform. Where I ask my friends, why did you push me to be in VP marketing? And the reason, and I'm also really good with softwares, and I keep on improving and learning this about myself. And I love JNSB in general. I love it from A to Z, and I want to contribute to make student life better while improving on myself. This is I'm working on myself while improving my skills, contribute to the world a little more, change a little bit.
Thank you.
We go with Alex.
Okay, so as I said, I have a good background in marketing. I've been studying for 3 years in advertising management. I'm currently working as a web marketing coordinator, so I know how it is, how it works. And like Jay said previously, that it takes a lot of time, and you never know what's gonna show up and what's gonna happen. I've been through all this, so I know what it is, and I'm ready for it because I like it. And for me, I love marketing. I love JNSB, and I want to be part of it. I want to help students. I want to make a really I kept saying all the time a two-way channel between the students and the association. I want people to feel like it's not only exclusive, but like they can be part of it. I want to help them. I want to help all the first year students feel part of it, the CASA.
Thank you. Last but not least.
So I used to be the type of student before I got to university, I wasn't involved in anything. I went to class and I went home. When I got to university, I wanted to get involved, and I did. I think I want to be on CASA. I want to be on CASA because CASA simulates the real business world. It's a good place for me to make my first steps into the business world and make my first small mistakes that I can fix easily. I think about now, I'm like, when is the next time I'm going to be VP marketing of a company? It's probably going to be in a very long time from now, and CASA gives me the opportunity to have autonomy and the experience to enhance my university experience. It's a great place to learn, and I'm self-taught in all of Photoshop, InDesign, Illustrator, WordPress. I spent my own time learning it because I have a passion for it. It's something that I love to do, and I don't mind putting in the hours. I have put in the hours. I've been on CASA Cares for 2 years, and you can see the passion through my work. So you look at my work and you judge it. I want to help everyone find their place as I did because I was an accounting student before and I didn't know what I wanted, and now I do.
Awesome. Thank you very, very much. That will conclude tonight's debate on the VP marketing. Thank you for being here. Please stand and shake each other's hands. And I wish you guys all the best of luck. And to anybody still listening on the YouTube page, you will find us here again tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel. Come and join us. And thank you for all the questions. And thank you, Jay and Matthew, for helping us with this live streaming.
Yes.
Have a good night.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, sir.